How's everybody doing? We're going to be upgrading a Mark 3S to a Mark 3.5. This is going to be a fun one. This is a machine that you guys have never seen on the channel. So this one's going to be fun because I don't know a lot about the history of this printer. We bought it used. It went right into the farm as farm duty. And then I had a client locally who had bought a Prusa printer. They used it, they had an issue with it, and they let it sit. They let it sit for a while. And unfortunately, the screen had failed on it. And I had brought this machine with me because it's just one of our spare farm printers. And I cannibalized the screen from that farm printer, and I never ran it again. I never ran this machine again. So it's going to be quite interesting to see where this machine is at. For those following along at home, this was originally a Mark III. I can see by its tag. It appears to have gotten the Mark 3S upgrade. At least it looks like it did. Beyond that, I'm honestly not certain. I literally bought it and ran it the way that it was. It had no issues whatsoever, and until we needed to cannibalize the screen out of it, it was a functioning printer on the farm. But when we needed to cannibalize the screen for it, the Mark IV had... There's a weird noise. Oh, or are you saying it's me? Okay, it's me talking. Got it. Freaking me out over here. But, yeah, we ended up not needing it in the farm. So I'm like, all right, well, it will be our candidate for the Mark 3.5 upgrade. So we're gonna be doing that. As you can see, this one is green. So when we printed out the parts for the Mark 3.5, I did like all the fascia panels and things that you're gonna see in printed solids, green ice PLA. This machine is not going to find itself in an enclosure, so I don't have to really worry about heat or anything like that. However, if you are going to put your machine in an enclosure, or you're going to be putting your machine somewhere that isn't out in the open, right? Even if that's like a lac enclosure, don't use PLA. PLA will not last in a hot environment. If I was to leave this printer out here in my garage, theoretically it can get hot enough in here to do that. To give you an idea, let me see. In the last 72 hours, the peak temperature inside this garage is 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Which, hold on. Uh-oh. Did my microphone just pop off? No. Which, for those at home, not in America land, is 31.5 degrees Celsius. So, there you go. It's also 82%? No, sorry, 65% ambient humidity. The lowest it's been is 53, and the highest it's been is 83% ambient humidity. So, yeah. Nicholas Hanneman, I'm gonna get that wrong, sorry boss, said, Grant, do you run away from IDEX printers, or do you find multi-material printers too niche for your business? I have a Prusa XL, so I guess no, I don't find multi-material too niche. It is very useful. In fact, I bought the XL strictly for multi-material use. I haven't used an IDEX printer that I really, really like. I am hoping to try out the RatRig VCore 4, which I want to take all the way to the 9s, make it an IDEX and all that. So that would kind of be my first foray into IDEX. But yeah, you know, the XL works great. I've got no issues with it. I would caution you with buying cheap printers as a business, and it's literally why a lot of you know me as the Prusa fan. Well, I should have worn my Prusa Mafia shirt. I wasn't thinking. I'm wearing a cat shirt coming eventually. I don't know when the hell that's going to happen. But anyways, for a business, stay away from cheap printers. Specifically printers without good support. You really want a company that's going to support the machines when there are problems, not if there are problems. So that's why we chose Prusa. I literally bought this machine, took it home, plugged it in, turned it on, fed it G-code, and clicked print. And it has worked. Until I cannibalized the screen for a family that wanted to get their Mark 3S up and running. Who is calling me? I have no clue. They can wait. You guys can't see my phone on the top down. Okay. Wanted to make sure because I was someone's phone number is about to get doxxed. Yeah. Anyways. So I know this screen is bad. I don't know what's bad about it. And quite frankly, I don't care because this is one of the things that you replace for the Mk3.5 upgrade. So, you know, do it what you can. Amber's here. I hope work's going well for you, kiddo. So hopefully it works. Thomas says, hey, that's fake. It's not even orange. Yeah, this machine's actually got quite a few non-standard parts, including my favorite front idler tensioner thing for the Mark 3.5 Mark 3. It's actually the same ones that we use on the entire farm. I have no idea what material or what color any of this is, so I got as close as I could. It's not perfect, but I got, you know, I got pretty close. And I didn't think to ask the previous owner because I'm still in contact with the previous owner. If you're watching, yes, this is your printer. So instead, I used printed solids green ice, and as you'll see, I used my fancy Ember Prototypes plate to get the branding on there, which is super cool. Yes, I only have a bamboo plate with my logo on it. Yes, bamboo plates fit perfectly fine on Mark 3s and Mark 4s. So if you want to get an Ember Prototypes plate, but you only want to buy one, and you have bamboos and you have Prusas, you could buy a bamboo plate. It'll work on Prusas. The other way does not work. The Prusa plates are not long enough to work on a bamboo. So there you go. Saving you cash. Although, buy two, because Phil and Ember Prototypes, they make some really awesome stuff. They don't pay me to say that. I don't have any affiliate links for any of that. But you should go get some Ember Prototypes plates, especially if you're a small business. It's super cool to be able to brand stuff like this. And in fact, we're starting to offer custom company branding to our clients that want to make 3D printed parts for end use. We will get Ember Prototypes plates with their logo on it and use it to print their parts, so their parts are branded with their company logo, which I think is super freaking cool. Nicholas says, wants to get one so bad, but highly doubt they have the plate available for the Formbot Marathon. They will do custom plates. Reach out to Phil. You can do that. Our Souls... Oh, BLD Designs. I missed it. $5 says, let's start off the ad free. Yes, thank you, BLD. As a lot of you know, we do not run ads during live content, and we do that so you don't have an uninterrupted experience. If you don't mind, a couple of bucks goes a long way to helping out. To keeping these streams ad-free so that you guys, you know, can experience it more from home. Should be able to get through this in one sitting, I think. I am sitting, so we should be okay. That's why the camera's kind of a down perspective, so sorry if that's a little bit weird for some of you. But our soul said, hi, Grant, like you, I'm upgrading my Mark 3S Pluses to the 3.5, but also found the 3.9 Z rods and gonna print the parts to fit them. So would it be a Mark 3.7? I think a 3.7 sounds good to me. I don't think it's going to need those Z-rods, to be honest with you, so I'm not going to worry about it personally. Arsenal said I bought the 3.5, and a week later they released 3.5S. This is a regular 3.5. I've had this for... is there a date on it? I've had it for longer than I cared to admit. I'm sorry, Prusa. I wanted to get to this earlier. I didn't. And I have no excuses for that. That is 100% my fault. So I guess we'll maybe do the S upgrade to this at some point. But if you ordered your 3.5 within a certain amount of time, keep an eye on your email. I believe they're sending vouchers to those that ordered it within a month of the S being released. So we get a 3D printing handbook, which will go with the 3D printing handbook that I already have. I have a few of these. I love the 3D printing handbooks because they come with stickers. That's the big reason that you like these 3D printed handbooks. They come with stickers, and who doesn't love stickers? Stickers are awesome. If you are new, the handbook can be very, very valuable. But personally, I don't use it too much anymore. Certainly, if this is your first time using one of these machines, it is great to have this handbook. Something to note, is it obvious which is which? No. Oh, no, it is. The front of it tells you. That's funny. This is 1.0, and this is 1.03. Does it have actually assembly instructions in here? I don't think it does it? No, not that I can see. No assembly instructions. I've got them pulled up online so we can follow them through online. Yep, no instructions. So yeah, handbooks are great to have, especially if you're new. Please read through them all the way. I have not a bag of gummy bears, but I have a slab. Whoop. I have a slab of gummy bears. So that's a thing. That's Florida weather for you. It did sit in Miami, I think, or maybe it was New York. It sat in a port for a couple of days, and I think they got a little toasty. Trevor Cripps says, yuck, absolutely not. I will be gnawing on this like a dog with a bone later tonight. But I will not be doing that on camera because it will be absolutely gross on camera. Yeah. Also, if your frame isn't straight, you can use the handbook to level it out. Yeah, I guess so. All right, so let's... Shape doesn't matter. That's what I tell myself. But I am down quite a bit of weight, so I'm proud of myself for that. If you are following the weight loss journey, I am attempting to drop some weight. If you are in our Discord, I talk about it. I haven't done a weigh-in yet. I need to do a weigh-in. But according to my doctor's scale, which I think is wrong, I weighed in at 252 pounds. And I was, like, really having a hard time fitting into a 36-inch waist. I need a belt now for my 36s. The 34s fit good, and I've definitely lost some inches on the old stomach here. That's where I carry a lot of my weight. And my pain management doctor said, hey, Grant, don't know a way to tell you this, bud, but you're a little heavy. And these injections that we're giving you, you carry your weight right where your pain is, so you might want to fix that up there, kid. So I am doing a weight loss journey. It's all in the kitchen. I'm not doing any extra working out for reference. I am just meal replacing, basically. Replacing lunch with a protein shake and an apple. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I eat whatever the hell I want, but 5 days a week. And it's been really awesome. Max H says doctor scales are never correct, just like the camera adds 15 pounds. Oh, okay, inside the box we have another box. Cool. Eat. That didn't go very well. Oh, wait, I've got Prusa hats. I can put on a hat for this. All right, let's, wait, there's a thing in here. All right. I'm not cool. These are like, I look like an idiot in hats. I really don't think I look good in hats, but I don't know. I'll wear the hat for a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I gotta see how far can I lean before it gets in the way. I can lean pretty far. All right, let's take a look. What's in the box? See what we got. Got a metal back plate. We got the XBuddy. The XBuddy, this is the control board for it. So that means I'm gonna have a spare Rambo. I think it's a Rambo board in here. So that'll be nice. We've got, we have stickers, okay. We have new stickers, so I can put the new serial and all that on it. We have a new heat bed thermistor. Okay, we're gonna be doing a heat bed thermistor, apparently. So that'll be cool. We've got lots of hardware from a really cool machine that I hope to show you guys very soon. I was watching through our first part of the Prusa tour video last night, and then I lost power for 2.5 hours. So, haven't fully watched all the way through. Yep, there's our new screen. Very cool. Yeah, we're going to be doing, it's going to be a 5 or 6 part series on touring Prusa, showing you guys unprecedented things that nobody has ever shown on camera before. Inside of Prusa Research, showing you how the printers and all that are made. We've got tools. Of course, the screwdriver is now orange, which is super awesome, but we have all the tools that you need. It says you need tools, so there you go. You have all the tools. It comes with everything that you need. This is not technically necessary. Okay, to be clear, this is not technically necessary, but it is nice that Prusa provides it. You should still have all your tools from your last machine. We've got buddy and extruder assembly. I like the way all that's packed inside of the other piece of the enclosure. Heat bed assembly, XLCD and PSU assembly. The one thing that I don't know, because I didn't check it beforehand, is this is a silver power supply, and apparently that means things are a little bit different. So that might be interesting. Amber has to go. Goodbye, Amber. Have a good rest of your day at work. Amber's saving lives today, man. She's in the ICU saving lives. And I am playing with 3D printers. And that's why, if you ever ask me about Amber, she is the better 3/4 because she saves people's lives. I play with printers. Bammy2 said safety hat dance. If you go to 3D Printopia and there happens to be music at the after party, I will probably be dancing. That's how Amber and I met, actually. We met dancing. Ow! Son of a diddly. Not the kind of dancing that you might think. We met jazz dancing, so we can do East Coast swing, Lindy hop, a little bit of West Coast, although she's better at West Coast. Amber's a much better dancer than I am, but I can do some jazz dancing if that's your kind of thing. Come and say hey and get a dance, I guess. Why not? Why did I just punch the frame? I didn't. I kind of like hit it with my finger like a ding-dong over here. All right. I'm going to get all the parts set off to the side. I know we're going to need them at some point. This bed was dirty. It's going to be dirty. I'm not going to worry about keeping it clean for the moment. We will get that sorted later on. I can put that away. We're not going to need that crap. Nicholas said, like my grandparents met that way. That's pretty cool. Trevor Cripps says, I think we need to see some more of that. Okay. You want to see... You're not a channel member, so you won't be able to see the long one. I think it was last year, the tour of Printed Solid. Maybe it was the year prior. There is a 3-second clip of Amber and I dancing in one of the production rooms of Printed Solid. They were just playing jazz music, and I said, oh, this will be funny. We'll use it for like a 3-second thing. We danced an entire song. For those that have followed my recovery journey, that was the first time I ever danced since I injured my back. If you were at Smurf or have any videos from Smurf at the after party, Amber and I were dancing there as well. And really cool, the Airbnb host that we had when we were at Smurf told us about some East Coast and Lindy hop that was happening around the corner from where we were staying. So we actually went out the night before Smurf and danced. And I felt really good about that because that was like my first time going to a dance since I had my back injury. And so even though I was really nervous to shave my head the next day, it felt right, you know, because I could get back and dance. Anyways, I am talking way too much about things nobody cares about. So let's get into that before I lose the entire freaking audience. Nicholas asks, how did I injure my back? There was a podcast episode on April 9th. I think it was this year, but it might have been last year. Find it. That is my story. You will learn everything about my back injury, how it happened, the stories behind it all. I used that podcast episode to talk about my back injury. If you want to learn about it, you can go watch that entire episode. You'll learn it all there. So, Okie dokie. We got all the printed parts. At least I hope we do. I need the PSU cover, which I'm fairly certain I printed. Well, if I didn't, I didn't. Too bad. We'll leave it open. Okay, printed part post-processing. I am going to zoom in a little bit here on the top down so you guys can get a better look as to what's going on. Also going to move it down a little bit so I don't have to move things around. I need... What the heck? I know I printed every single part. Might have dropped a part on my way out, so I will have to retrace my steps, but literally the first part they're asking for, I don't see. That's the top part of it. Let me verify. Of course, it ends up like that. I even verified that I printed everything. Let me go 100% check. I'll be right back. Because I gotta get that part if I got it. And you're coming with me. You're on a wireless mic, so you guys just come with me. Okay. Let's see. There's that. If we for some reason missed it, or has fallen into Neverland, we will just start reprinting it on the Mark 4S Plus, so we'll have it done fast. Let me make sure that it printed, because it should. Did it maybe get knocked off and I didn't notice it? Let me check my slice files. Sorry. I thought I had everything, but like a big dummy, I don't. That part is literally not in their printed parts. What? Wait, what? Is there extra parts that weren't included? No. The images on the website are outdated. Okay. Images. It's bubble wrap, don't worry. Images on the website are outdated. Okay. That's got it. The only reason that this could be is that the images on the website are outdated. Go figure. Go figure, the first one. Uh-oh. F. Shane says we riot. What happened? Oh, the audio glitched. Yeah, I went to grab parts. It's not supposed to be. Everything's fine. Most of the stream got a little crunchy. That's so... Why? Oh, did I open the door? It was probably when I opened the door. The computer probably attempted to connect to Wi-Fi. I should turn that off. Anyways, yeah, the website images are outdated. So it's not my fault, at least from what I can tell, because that first part is not there. We just have to make sure the holes are clean. The holes all appear to be clean, like, which really doesn't come as a surprise. You know, Prusa makes these parts printable on their printers, and I used a Mark III to print it, so, you know. So, I already torched all these parts, so we're good. Yeah, Prusa's there for you. Nut tip, don't care about that. High resolution images, don't care about that. ESD protection, reward yourself. I don't know if Shane was here for this. Shane, there's my gummy bears for this one. It is a gummy slab. I have a gummy slab, so we will not be rewarding ourselves. Street Stomper says the Back Injury Podcast is season 3, episode 30. If anyone was wondering, thank you for going back and finding that. Okay. All right, we're going to the next one. Yep, Mk3S Plus. Prepare the printer. Well, we can't do that. Said before, starting Z-axis is at least the top level of the PSU. Access the Z-axis movement menu. You can quickly... Well, the screen doesn't work, so we are going to manually move it up. For those that are joining us, this printer was a farm printer for us. We had a client that had bought a printer from Prusa. It had an issue. They put it away until they could deal with it. That ended up being close to a year, and the machine was no longer in warranty. So so they could get their machine back up and running. I had this machine on me, knowing that we might need to pull parts from it. I sacrificed the screen from one of our farm printers so that they could get it back up and running. I can always make a gummy sandwich. But Shane, can I make an idiot sandwich? That's really the main question. All right, which way do we go to send you up? Hello? Are you locked? What the heck? Why is this motor not wanting to turn? There it goes. Stuck there. We're just going to move this up manually. It's kind of gross, but it is what it is. It wants it to be at the top of the PSU. I think right there will be more than adequate. Oh yeah, we are already a little bit sticky. So let me grab a paper towel here. Little bit greasy, little bit sticky. That's okay. Again, this machine sat for longer than I want to admit after we pulled the screen off. So, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. All right, that's all the way up. Heat bed inspection. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see the whole thing there. So we don't need the plate right now. Plate looks okay. Heat bed is reasonably clean, although it is racking, which means it's loose. This machine has never had maintenance since it got into my possession. I'm gonna tell you things that I do. That does not mean you should do it. I do not maintain my printers very often. We oil them. We don't use grease. I recognize that will cause the bearings to fail faster, but to re-grease bearings involves taking the entire printer apart, and ain't nobody got time for that. I'd rather take it apart once when I need to completely redo the bearings. Anyways, so we've got underside of the heat bed. Take a closer look. 3 screws in a row. Variation is compatible. I don't think this one has soldered cables, but we will find out. 3 screws in a row. Let's go. Ugh. Sweet. We have no copper layer on the heat bed itself. Everything is clean. There's a little bit of schmoo there. No copper is showing. I believe Prusa themselves have talked about this, but if you do have a little bit of copper showing, you can use either like a high temperature paint or some nail polish, and that seems to work. The smooth rods appear to be in good shape. I did clean them off a little bit earlier, but it does appear they are still dirty. So, whatever. I'm not feeling any grit or grind in any of it, so I'm feeling good about that. We then want to look for the frame. The frame, at one point in its life before me, did sustain. There is a dent right here, a small dent, and it did have a scratch on it. These have not affected the performance of the printer, so I don't care. This one does have a silver PSU, so we will have to do some things at the end that are a little bit different. We're supposed to keep the Haribo closed for right now. Everything is checked, so we're moving on to that next step. Why green? Is it a reprint custom kit? This printer was reprinted with some custom parts on it. Hilariously, it has the exact same parts on it that we would use in our shop. Stronger rod holders, a proper belt tensioning for the Y-axis, and the easy axis Z motor mounts that allow you to undo the 4 screws and then pull everything out this way rather than have to tip the printer on the side and then pull the screws out. so much easier to assemble the printers with those mods. I assume the 4S and the 4S Plus would also benefit from mods that are similar to that. So, apparently Capcom also works too, but you know. Mala says, can we get a mod list on Discord? I can try to find them. I haven't printed mods for these printers in so long. I'll have to see. I probably have a 3MF for it somewhere. If I can find it, Mala, I'll toss it in the Discord and up on Patreon and all that for you guys. So. Arsol said, careful, Grant, stretching for that towel can put your back out again. Again, it's still out, brother. I got like half a dozen herniated discs, man. The back is permanently out. In fact, lifting the printer is more of an issue for me than reaching. That's okay. Tools! Whee! You know what, Grant? Don't do that, because you're gonna have to pick up all that crap later on. You're gonna hate past you for doing that. Don't just yeet things. Okay, you've got that nice upgrade box that you can put stuff into when you're done with it, and you can use it like a trash can. You should do that. There you go. See how much better that is? And even better, they can't see it because it's being blocked. Right? Yeah, you guys can't see it. Okay. All right, first we need to open up the power supply with the ball end. Or not power supply, the motherboard. God, it's been a day. Had some fun meetings this morning, I'll tell you what. Not as fun as the meeting a couple of weeks ago where the client's fire alarm started going off. There is always a part of me that's like hyper like sensitive to stuff like that, where I'm like, did someone pull the fire alarm on purpose? Was I talking too much? Did I do a bad job in the meeting? And I never did hear back from them. I should probably follow up. So hopefully that's not the case. All right, we got to pull off all of the power connections. So let's do that. Can you guys see all this? No. Let's pull you back a little bit. There we go. And in fact, I think top down is going to be more useful to you. So let's do that. Oh my. You can see way more of me than I want you to see. All right, we'll zoom it. No, wrong way, Grant. Jeez. Freaking amateur hour over here. I tell you what, I'm supposed to be like some professional content creator or something. Yeah, this is probably better for you guys to see anyways. There. That should help. The light is literally shining right back. I think these are spades. They're spades, I only got to loosen it. Are they spades? Yeah, they're spades. Okay. Means I only got to loosen these connections a little bit, and the spades will drop out. I tell you, whoever put this together, I know who put it together, I just don't feel like naming them. So I'm not certain if they want that public, but person who put this together really gave it the ugga-duggas on that. Really gave it the ugga-duggas. How much torque? Torque it until it stops being torqued. When righty-tighty becomes righty-loosey, it's time to call it a day. This is the one thing I'm glad they fixed about the Mark IV. The cable management on the Mark III was just, it wasn't good. It worked, but it was kind of jank. And like, I don't know. I guess for the time it was acceptable, but I don't know. It bothers me now. It bothers me now. So I'm like, man, there was really no good way to do this. And there was such... The Mark IV was so good. We need to loosen the M3 at the bottom. It's freaking insane. Boy, I couldn't even show you this on camera if I wanted. I can barely see it myself. Okay, there's that, and then there should be another there. Did I get it right on the first friggin' try? Maybe I didn't. Let me pick it up and spin it. Oh. Yeah, I think I did. I think I was right there. This printer also has an aftermarket cable box. Pop vents, slide out the box to the right side and remove it from the printer. So I'm actually not certain. Okay. I'll say I'm not certain what is different about this box, or if it's just a different color. Nope, the box is fine. Everything is fine there. All right, so we got to remove the door. Oh God, we have to remove the heat bed too. Why do we have to remove the heat bed? Oh, because we're redoing thermistors and stuff like that. All right, whatever. Let's remove the INC door. Gonna get a lot of spare parts for this, I think. Traditionally, spare parts are they're for weight savings and aerodynamics, I promise. All right, I guess these two can come out as well. I'm gonna use the INC cover as this is stuff that came out of the printer area. Okay, now we need to remove the things there. Let me see what kind of comments we got. What do we got? We can see that belly. Yeah, well, you know. I'm trying. I gotta get down to like 185 to get a 6-pack back, which that's wishful thinking. But if your boy can do it, I mean, hey, whatever. We gotta get this tossed. Do I know if the Mark 3.5 kit will work with the Revo upgrade? Yes, because it doesn't touch anything up there, from my understanding. Remember, like the stream, enter to win some printed solid filament, which is technically also Prusa, so double thanks to Prusa for helping us out, I guess. But yeah, huge thank you to Printed Solid for giving us some filament to give away to you all. Winners from last week, I have not done that yet. I'm sorry. Last week got away from me. I'm going to do it all on Friday this week. But yeah, I'll give away some spools throughout the stream. You must be present to win. Must be present to win. So we're going to remove all the screws for the heat bed. This was always the most challenging part of the Mark III build, was getting these 9 little pins aligned with the damn screws. It was always such a challenge. It was always such a challenge. But, like, I can lovingly look back on it and say it made me a better person. Because it really did, right? The Mark III, when it came out, revolutionized consumer-grade 3D printing as we know it, right? Obviously, in years since, there's been much stiffer competition for 3D printing. So... Shane asks, am I going to Earth in 3D Printopia? Yes. Yes, we will be there. We will be there. So Shane, if there's anything that you want me to bring you, let me know. Ashley said, not even close. This was the easy part. The worst part is the Y-axis tensioning system. And that is why after my first kit, Mark 3S or Mark 3, well, I started with the Mark 3, then Mark 3S, I never used those stock parts again. Arsenal said, are you going to the event in Manchester? Smurf. That is the current plan. I am hoping to obtain a sponsor at 3D Printopia to help us get out there, because it is very expensive to go out there. So the hope is yes, but there is technically no guarantee. I am looking to buy the plane tickets now, though, while they're still relatively cheap. What is the estimated time to upgrade the printer? Take however long it takes me to do it, cut it in half. At least that's what I found. I have found that when I'm on camera, it takes me about double the amount of time that it takes to do stuff regularly. So, can I not reuse this thermistor? Do I have to use the new thermistor? Because I really don't want to, if I don't have to. So, I don't want to. But I don't have to. All right, I need to start. Whoop! Dang it! Don't put that near your metal stuff. It's going to attract. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Wait, what? Magnets fell out of it! The thing I was saying oh no about is I have a ball to a bearing, but I have two magnets that don't belong attached to, okay. What would be the right epoxy? I got JB Quick inside. I'm gonna go get some JB Quick. We're gonna epoxy those back in place, because we need those in place. Stop it, bubble wrap! Oh my gosh, bubble wrap all over the floor. When a box arrives with way more friggin' bubble wrap than it needs. Alright. Wait, you need toothpick. Well, I guess you can use a Allen key and clean it off. Alright, now you need a bit of cardboard. Or something. Give me an old box. Find me an old box. Ow! I just kicked a piece of granite. Ow! That hurt. Don't kick granite, kids. Alright. We're gonna do some epoxy. Live. So now Grant's build will take 3 times longer. Okay, I need to use the new one. It doesn't fit. Dang it, Bobby. Well. Okay. Yeah, Arsenal says I can see 2 missing magnets. They are right here. They stuck to the Allen key. So we're gonna mix up some JB Quick, and we're gonna glue the magnets back in place. Do I have like a crappy Allen key that I don't like? God, how many builds you got like crappy Allen keys for? All right. JB Nimble, JB Quick, right? It's old and crusty. It's how you know it's good. Oh, I hate that smell. That smell of JB Weld. You can tell I've used this enough times. Make sure you get the right polarity. Yeah, I'm gonna look to see. Might be time for new JB Quick here pretty soon. I'm gonna see where the epoxy was on it previously, and I'm just gonna match. I'm gonna match the epoxy. My assumption here is that they are all the same polarity. So, yeah, it's pretty obvious to see what way's up and which way's down. All right, I can use that paper towel. Might want to pop off the power cable or fixing the magnets. You know what? That's a smart move, Shane. Let's do that, because then we don't have to deal with the cables anymore. So yeah, let's do that. I know it's not supposed to be bad, but 3D glue smells nice. Yeah, that is methylene chloride. Methylene chloride is some nasty stuff, like known to cause cancer in every state, including California. The concern that I have is that there was a ball bearing stuck to the bottom of this printer. I don't know where it's from. It's a little tiny ball, but it's just one. So we should be okay. At least I hope we're okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. And I guess I should probably run around the heat bed and see if there are any others that are loose. Since we're going to be here gluing stuff down, we might as well check to make sure it's right, you know? Did the ball bearing come from your shop or the bed itself? That's a great question. I do not have a clue. And that is why I'm mildly concerned. Okay, that cable looks okay. We want to inspect the bed cables as well to make sure that they look okay. I don't know if that's in the instructions. I'm not really looking at the instructions, but those are in Grant's instructions. Always inspect your cables. If you are removing and moving cables, always inspect them to make sure that they're not over tightened, over crimped, whatever. Always check to make sure there is not an issue with that. Okay. Shane says, remember, kiddies, check your power cable are connected nice and tight to your heat bed as part of your maintenance of your printers. You know, that thing Grant doesn't do. Hey. When the cover to the heat bed starts to smoke, that's how I know they're loose. It's the same way that I know my car has oil. If it's leaking oil, it has oil. When it stops leaking oil or the dash light comes on, it's time to add more oil. That is mostly a joke. It does let me know when my oil is low. I don't check. I got a small oil leak on my car, but it's 22 years old and I'm not putting $400 into fixing it. So guys, check your bones. Nope. I'm dropping enough frames that you're not going to hear that anyways. Why are we dropping so many frames? Are we gonna... You coming back? Come on. You can do it. Oh, internet. Let's do command prompt. Let me just make sure my internet is okay. Yeah, okay. We're reasonably stable now. Beautiful. Please don't add motor grade oil to your machines. I don't know if that's bad advice. You can, if you use motor oil as a lubricant, just make sure you use full synthetic. Don't use conventional, because it will go bad. But if you do lubricate your printer with oil, motor oil is fine. Okay, I guess I gotta probably pull off. Well, I guess we're replacing the thermistor, right? Remove the cover, release the screws fixing the heat bed power cables. it doesn't say to remove the thermistor. But I can assume because we're replacing it, I should also replace it. Grant's doing a very good job and good impression of a statue. Well, you know, work with what we got. All right, since we're going to be replacing this, my working theory is I can remove it. So that's what I'm going to do. Because there is a magnet under it. Shane says, well, viewers, if you do use motor oil, you can test out a new thing. 3D Musketeers, 3D printing, 24/7 support line. I mean, according to Google, we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I do get phone calls every now and then at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And if you're going to call me at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you have 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning money. Because if you don't, you wouldn't be calling me at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Geek Toy Box says if you need the number, DM me. Okay. You know what? I guess that goes both ways, Dom. I guess that goes both ways. Do you have my personal cell phone number? I don't know if you do. You might. Okay. All right, let me grab a where's a scraper? There's a scraper. Scrapers will help you figure. Wow, a lot more just came off. Okay, we have a lot of magnets we got to put back on. We're gonna. A couple of them just flew out and stuck to each other and hit the floor. That's actually not very good for magnets. You don't want that to happen. Where's the where'd the Allen key? Stop it. Where'd the Allen key go that had the other two? What the heck? Oh, over here. Shane says, well, 2 or 3 a.m. your time is 8 or 9 a.m. my time. I'll make reminder calls. Look, dude. I like talking to you, Shane. I'm totally fine talking to you. Shane, you have my personal cell phone number, too. Not everybody has that. Now, there's another one. Boy, we got a lot of magnets to put in. I might need more JB Weld. Now, there's another one. I think all these magnets need to be redone. Jeez. Yeah, definitely the Mark IV, and the Mark III's. There's another one. Their build plates were just, the magnets were just stronger. All right. We got a lot of magnets to put back on, so let's get that done. I don't think I have anywhere near enough JB Weld for this, so I'm gonna get more. Gonna move that up there. Get you. Just want to make sure you guys can kind of see what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I am dispensing out. Here goes. We're gonna need more goop. Not Gwyneth Paltrow's company, right? That's Gwyneth Paltrow, I think it is. The big issue with the magnets is you have to make sure where you're resticking them back down, because if they're close to each other, they'll just pull out and stick to each other, and that completely defeats the purpose of what you're doing. So I am going to use an Allen key to do all this, because it is what I have handy. Sometimes you gotta work with what you got. To make dead certain what side goes where, you can stick it to another magnet, and that will tell you that side is damaged. Okay. Getting the... You know what, if I spin this 180 degrees, you guys will probably be able to see it. getting the shmoo mixed up here. Of course, it's gonna turn gray on a black surface. There's no way that could go wrong. Sometimes my own stupidity really surprises me. I assume I'm not alone in that. Wow, that was just a dumb thing that you did back there, kid. I do that more often than I care to admit. But hey, understanding that you're not going to be perfect. Oh, that one is very much stuck on there now. Okay. Thank you. Understanding that you're not perfect is part of the process. I'm gonna get this stuff all over my fingers. Okay. Unfortunately, JB Quick has like a 5-minute set time, so I am not gonna talk as much. I know, you're welcome. And I'm gonna focus on actually putting the epoxy down. Crap. Ah, crap. Another one came out. Ah! Okay. I set it down and another one pops out. Ah. And with epoxy, you can use too much. But I'd rather err on the side of too much rather than not enough, personally. I don't know what the recommended epoxy is, but I know I'm not using it. I know I am not using the recommended epoxy, but I have no idea what it is. Sometimes, kids, you gotta work with what you got. And if you don't got a lot, well, it be what it be. So the way most epoxy fails is it's stress fractures, and because these magnets are smooth, there's really not much holding them down. So I'm not actually surprised that this many of them failed. I would guess that a lot of you that have Mark IIIs, just over the years of use, abuse, whatever you're going to call it, would not surprise me if your printer also has magnets that are either loose and or just straight up missing. Either loose or straight up missing. This epoxy is getting hard already. Which means it's setting because it is so effing hot out here. Okay. Gonna clean off the Allen key, and I gotta mix more epoxy. Jeff Thorson says they use JB Weld to fix cracks in engine blocks. I am not certain that is a recommended use of JB Weld. But yeah, I mean, JB Weld is like the duct tape of the glue world. This, if we're going to be specific, is not technically JB Weld. It is JB Quick, which is the fast-setting variant of JB Weld. It is not anywhere near as strong as regular JB Weld, but I am not waiting 24 hours for it to be cured. I will wait 10 minutes. Because my brain box tells me this is probably going to take you longer than 10 minutes to do anyways. So by the time I'm ready to heat things up, I should be ready to go. All right, let's mix up some more of the epoxy. mix it until it's dark gray, and you can't see it on the thing that you chose to mix it on because you're an idiot. You heard it here first. Okay. Shane said, so I remember about 30 minutes ago someone talking about not doing maintenance on printers. Is this really normal maintenance on a printer? Because I would argue that this isn't. I would argue that this is not normal maintenance on a printer. I'm just saying. If I was angry, I'd be Super Saiyan. But I'm just saying that I don't. And yes, Shane, that crappy joke was just for you. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. When the front falls off, it's not maintenance. Damn right. Nicholas gets it. When the front falls off, it's not maintenance. It's non-preventable maintenance when the front falls off. I am just adding a lot of the honey in here, man. A lot of the honey. Better have too much than not enough, I always say. Like tacos. I'd rather have too many tacos, not enough tacos. It is Wednesday, though, but every day can be every day can be taco day. Although the Lord Emperor of Tacos himself is not here. I could call him, but he's probably working his day job. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Krusty. Mr. Practical Printing. He's probably working hard or hardly working. You know how it goes. But he is Lord Emperor of the Tacos. Max H with a $5 says, y'all want ad-free. That's right. Thank you for helping out with the ad-free. And Max is correct. We actually do ad-free streams. Every now and then, a couple of bucks goes a long way to help keeping these streams completely ad-free. At least while they're live. So that if you're watching live, you do not get an interrupted experience. And I guess the real question here is, should I be applying epoxy to the top? And I kind of did on some of them accidentally, but should I be applying a little bit of epoxy to the top of every one of these to keep this from happening again? I don't know if I should be. Certainly on some of these smaller ones, I can put a little bit in there. All right, we can set this. Well, by the time my feet probably get near it, it'll be dry. So you can set that off to the side. That is a spare hex key. While I'm waiting, get a drink of water if you haven't had any water since we started streaming. We're an hour deep. An hour deep. We got 60 people here hanging out. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think it would hurt either. But I'm also not certain it's all that necessary. Where's the build plate? Here's the build plate. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Because if you put a build plate on it, it should stick the magnets. This is a working theory, okay? You put build plate on it, it should stick the magnets to the build plate, and it basically creates its own clamp. This is nothing but a working theory currently. But in my head, this should work. So I have a build plate on it. Build plate needs to be cleaned anyway, so I have a build plate on it. The magnets are back in. All right, cool. We're gonna just set you up there to think about what you did for a bit. And let's continue. Carry on my wayward printer. I gotta disconnect the LCD cables. Already ahead of you. Ha ha! Got him. But I got to get the ones out from underneath the printer. So we got to get the printer on its side. I did see new Kapton, but I always worry that I'm gonna screw it up, so I'll keep the old Kapton. Let's get the printer on its side. Oh, she dirty girl. Underneath, she is dirty. There's cat hair. I wonder where cat hair would come from. Do you guys know where cat hair would come? I don't know where cat hair would come from. One of the world's many mysteries, really. There we go. Pull the LCD cables out. Once we have the LCD cables out, we gotta cut some cables, and then we'll get them out completely. So we're gonna want to remove it from the INC, cut some cables, or you can be like Average White Band and cut the cake. And that is a joke that like 3 people are going to get, and you know, I think I'm okay with it. All right, LCD cables. LCD's been off for a minute. We gotta disconnect everything from the PSU now. Yes. Okay. Oh, if I have the silver PSU, I can skip this step. Fine, I'm gonna skip the step. You don't know me. Those screws are already gone. They're lost somewhere. Still no sweets? Please don't open the bag yet. What? I want to open the bag. Okay, we are moving on to the XBuddy assembly. I feel like at some point we should be, I don't know, removing things before we're adding things, but okay, sure. I don't know. Prusa gets their instruction manuals right, so I'm just doing me over here. All right. Let me make some space for the XBuddy. You guys see that? Oh yeah, you can see that. Great. Let's see. Is little John still here? Okay! Oh, and that's how we get demonetized. Not demonetized, but copyright. Thankfully, my cat does not shed a ton. Gonna need thermal pads, some screws, and some T-nuts. All right. XBuddy. We need some more parts. Let's get those parts. We need those. Where are my thermal pads? Not that. Thermal pads? Where are thermal pads? Dang it. It's not in there, so must be somewhere else. Yep, there they are. Give me your thermal pads. You're not the boss of me. Oh, there's one more. They go very obviously where they look like they go, so we can get that moving and grooving. Oh hell yeah! We're gonna get to use the really cool tool. This tool. This tool is awesome. I love this tool. I even made another one. I could have used the one that I already had. This tool. I'm telling you. I am telling you. This freaking tool. I love this tool. I love this tool. Right? It's the second largest tool here. Do you get that joke? Anyways, love this. It's amazing. It helps you with the zip ties. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I love it. Love it. Ken asked if I missed anything. Yeah, we glued a bunch of magnets back in. That was cool. So, yeah. All right. Side with the PSU. Oh, without the PSU. Okay. We got to put these T-nuts in there. Do we need to do that right now? I guess so. That's what you want me to do first. Oh, come on, Prusa. Use photos from the right printer. They've reused the photos from the Mark IV, the Mark IV's build. Come on. You don't need to do that. It's all over. There's so many wires. I hate the wires. All right, so it wants me to put these T-nuts in. So let's do it. One day I should like put a GoPro on my head or something, or like on my chest. That'd be kind of cool. Like I don't know. It'd be weird with the lighting, because the GoPro's not going to handle the lighting as well as like human eyes do. Because there's a huge studio light in front of me. But that way you guys can kind of see it from my perspective. Be kind of cool. The Church of Musketeers is in session and Father Grant is preaching. That's right. That's right. And sir, that is the Church of the Prusa Mafia. All right. Okay, Shane, I'm gonna geek out for just a second. I went over to my friend's house. They wanted me to play this new video game, or the video game that they've been playing. They really liked. They said, Grant, you're gonna love this video game. It's called Cult of the Lamb. I am not certain if you've played this game, Shane. I played this game for like 9 hours straight. For like 9. I have never played a video game that long. I played Cult of the Lamb for like 9 hours straight. My cult was called the Prusa Mafia. I even wore the right shirt for it. It was hilarious. I had so much fun. I'm gonna start streaming it. That game was amazing. I am gonna start streaming it, and if you don't know my personal streaming channel, I don't know if I'm gonna give it out, but I have a personal Twitch. I don't do much with it. But yeah, oh my god, Cult of Lamb is so good. It is such a good game. I have never played a video game that. I kept sacrificing followers and ruled with an iron fist. No, sir, they are ascending to greatness. They are ascending to greatness. Absolutely love that game. That game is so good. Cult of the Lamb, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Did I get the DLCs? I have not bought it. I was playing at my friends Jazz and Joe's house. They have a pair of PS5s, so they have a his and hers PS5 setup. Yeah, I was playing on that. But when I buy it for me, I will buy it with all the DLCs and all that, because you just got it. You just got it. It's such a good game. Like it's a game of min-maxing. Oh, it's so good. We best described it as Animal Crossing for masochists. It's just, I love the game. It's so good. So I need M3x6, so let's get those. Is that you guys? It is you guys. M3x6. All right. So I gotta put the M3x6s in there. Not those, you dingus. Please. So yeah, I found a video game that I really like, and that is not something I say very often, because I don't mind video games, but I'm often so damn busy that I don't have time to play video games. So I did not do any research on this game. I thought it was going to be like a 2 or 3 hour playthrough. It was going to be a bunch of fun, and that was it. And it was going to be no. 9 hours, and there was still more to go. Like, a lot of replayability. So I foresee a Twitch Plays Cult of the Lamb in my future. So that'll be a thing where people watching live will be able to choose what we do. I think that would be fun. Anyways, just getting some of these screws installed. Always the hardest ones, man. The smallest screws are always the toughest ones to get where you need them to go. It's not a lot to grip on. There's enough jokes in that I'm just going to leave that one alone. But something. That's what she said. Am I like the vulgar Joel? I think he's streaming right now. Yeah. I think I'm the vulgar Joel telling it. Or sorry, I'm the off-camera Joel. Wish.com. Oh my god, it's green. Yes, it's green. It's been green since I got it. Play Cult of the Lamb and have a model from the game drinking out. You know, I didn't even check to see what models there were for it. But it does sound fun. Sons of the Forest. Sons of the Forest has some really cool 3D printing stuff in it, which I'm going to be reacting to in an upcoming video. Oh. Do you need more? How many more screws? M3x10s. I just put all of you away! M3x10. That's M3x8. Screw it, dump them all out again. I like the bag, but like the small bags are just way more my jam. And to the people that just dump all their bags out and like open all of them and dump them onto a table, you are chaotic evil and I love you. TLDR of that. M3x10s. They will go in here, underneath the frame. Yeah, I've only watched my friends Jazz and Joe play Sons of the Forest, so I don't have a lot of experience with it, but you, why? All right, that cable management tie, you're getting cut. You are the weakest link, goodbye. Crap. This was always the hardest thing. Cable management, especially when you're going from like one machine to another, cable management is absolutely going to be the toughest thing that you have to do. I moved all those cables out of the way. Okay. All right, I'm in place. Jeez, I'm telling you. Oh, why? I guess you put the pads on the board? All right. I would have put the pads on before I tighten these screws, but hey, whatever. Do them now. This was also one of those that was a little bit tough on the Mark IV. I get it. These little teeny tiny little screws. They are a little bit difficult to reach. I'm not certain that it needed all four. I think we could have gotten away with two. But hey, whatever. Definitely having a long reach where if there were holes, you could get all the way through. Super useful. Instead, you got to play the feel around until you find it game, gentlemen. And, you know, ladies that like ladies, I can't. It's a bad joke. Leave it alone. Last one. The ball and hex key makes it right. I really wish more manufacturers would include decent ball and hex keys with their printers. I don't know whose hex keys I've been using, but I've got these here. These came in one of the printers that we've built. It's neither of them are the right ones. I think I have the right ones somewhere. I like the ones with the handles that are also ball, and they are so much easier to use. Like, just considerably easier to use. Much more my preference. But hey, to each their own. All right, time to apply the stickers. Just me your stream lag, and I believe it's the audio. What the heck? Where'd that camera? I must have told the camera to move, and it decided. No one told me the camera moved. That's weird. There we go. You can barely see Grant, but it seems fine. Here. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I can see me. Everything's good. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it will do that. Here. To keep that from happening as much, if I put the microphone on this side of me, it should happen less often. All right, let's get the motherboard open. We'll take a look at it on the top down together. I am excited to show you guys how these things are made. I'm really excited to show you how these things are made. Just want to see if there's any little things on it. So let's, do what they do in TV shows. Enhance. You gotta love it. You got Buddy unmasked there. Ooh, port for the accelerometer. Let's go. I've always loved these boards. They're well made. I've watched them get made, which is just super freaking cool. Yeah. And the big bonus, USB-C. USB-C. Ooh, ambient temperature sensor. Yeah, look at that good golden boy. I have a golden boy too, but it is not this. If that reference doesn't make sense to you, that's okay. It is a firearm reference. All right, let's get some sticky stuff put on. So I gotta peel the white to reveal the white and sticky. I gotta put Prusa's white sticky on the board. At least it's not Prusa lube again. That's what happened last time. Then we gotta peel off all the protective blue layer from the thermal pads. I like that they went to utilize the stamped sheet metal frame for heat dissipation. I think that is crazy smart. I also like that they placed markers where all the heat goes. So you got heat there for drivers, heat there for what I assume is a driver, and heat there for what I assume is a driver or a MOSFET. But I like that it is masked off, or there's a mask around it, so you probably don't screw it up. Probably. I make no promises. Okay, I gotta peel the blue. Kali's not here to yell at me about my haircut. I tried, there was a guy that wants to do some work for his barbershop. And I'm like, hey, I want to come down and take a look at, what you're doing and what you want us to do. And can I get a haircut while I'm there? And he replied and said, you can just look up, this make and model of cutter. And I'm like, I was trying to get a haircut too, but he ignored that. So, I had to find a barber. I need to get a haircut. I got stuff to do soon. I got to get a haircut. All right. Looks like that's going to go in like that. It wants me to put the printer on its side. So we'll do that right now. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm pretty certain this is supposed to fall with tension, with gravity. I think this belt is very tight. Yeah, belt's really tight, and that motor is really loose. Okay. Person who owned this printer before me. It's your printer, sir. I would love to do so. Ashley says that their hair is finally purple again. I get to see my friend that does hair for the first time in 4 years. I would love to one day just like dye my hair an absolutely Nutter Butters color. I think it would be awesome. However, just not certain that that my mother would like that. And since she said if I ever grew my hair out again, that she would drive to my house, drug me, and shave my head, and she's Cuban, I'm not messing with that. You know? If you know, you know. Remember, kids, I am more afraid of the chancleta, or the chancla, if you will, than my own mother. That's the chanclas, telling you. If you had a Latin family growing up, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, just Google it. They are the heat-seeking missile weapon of choice of Latin women. Tell you. We're investing all this money into drone technology. We should be investing it into Latin women with chanclas. They'd solve all these battles overnight. None of these morally ambiguous companies would get anything. Give the Latin women chanclas and send them to the battlefield. They'll solve this crap overnight. Do not construe any of that as actual fact. That is very obviously parody. And if you don't understand that, well, I'm sorry. It's not my fault you have no sense of humor. Okay. Yes, the chancla is a very powerful weapon. Ah, one doesn't go here. Okay. I thought I knew where I was putting things. Grant didn't follow the directions. I bet that's like the most common thing, because it's for the powered Earth or the power Earth connection. I didn't do it. I didn't do it right, like a big dumb idiot. That's okay. See, part of life is being able to look at something that you did as a mistake and say, all right, you know, I screwed up. Stuff happens, or your version of that terminology. I'm trying to be more family friendly, says the guy that's made a lot of very lewd jokes this stream. But, you know, I don't make the rules. I'm just trying to be more advertiser and sponsor friendly. Thankfully, one of our big supporters of this channel, Printed Solid, has no issues with my crappy jokes and wants us to give away some filament. So make sure you get entered to win some Printed Solid filament. We're giving it away throughout the episode. Again, huge thank you to Prusa for sending over this kit. My intention is to basically try this out, see how it works. If it works well, we're going to be upgrading every machine in the shop to 3.5 minimum. And if it's not immediately obvious, we do have a 3.9 kit as well that will be done at some point. I might also do it to the other silver power supply unit that I have. I don't know. I have 2 silver power supply units. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Here's the cool thing. It's your fault the Mark IV plastic never got peeled. All right. We're going to need a vote in the chat. Ooh, I can do this. I'll do it when we're putting the screen on. We will have a vote in the chat. And we will see if we're basically going to torture Ashley or if we're going to be nice. Oh, again, pro tip for cable ties. Cut the bag in the middle. Cut the bag in the middle. Okay. You don't know this trick, you always cut the zip tie bag in the middle. Because when you cut the bag in the middle, they don't come out. Okay, and when you need one, you can just go in there and you can grab them. If you need to put them back in, you can just bend them and they go right back in. Super simple, okay? Always cut your zip tie bags in the middle. You're welcome. But I zoomed in because now we get to do it. Now we get to do it. We get to do what is objectively the coolest part of this build. And it is also the dumbest thing about this build. I zoomed in just so you guys can see this because honestly, it is so freaking cool. This part right here is for bending zip ties. It goes down like that. You put a zip tie in, the tail bends around it, and then, oh, I didn't do it enough. Then you can grab it. You gotta push it through enough. There you go. You push the tail down through enough, and then you can just pull it through. It is so convenient. This is one of those things that is really dumb. It's really dumb, but it is invaluable. It is invaluable if you are building a machine. Seriously. The fact that Prusa went through and thought about this shows you the attention to detail that this company puts into building their printers. Okay? This is why I like them. They provide you with the effing tool to make your cable management easier. It is so nice. Just so nice. It's so nice. Oh, man. What is the tool head weight or flow difference between the Mark 3S and the Mark 4S? No, there are other features lost by just doing the 3.5, but can the tool head move more quickly? It's a great question. I don't have the answer to that. Obviously, the Mark 4S has a high flow nozzle, so that's going to flow a lot better. But of course, you can get high flow nozzles for E3D hot ends, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm not certain about the weight or anything like that, and I've never measured it, and unfortunately, I probably never will. I would guess that Prusa could answer that for you, but I would assume it's relatively insignificant. The 3.5 basically doubles the speed of the 3.5, or of the 3. So, you know, if you're running Mark 3s on a printer farm, for 250 bucks, you can double the speed of your printers. There is no reason for you not to do this. It literally just puts money on your bottom line. It will just put money on your bottom line. Can the tool head give the same quality? That one I'm not certain. I would assume so, but you know what they say about assuming. You know what they say when you assume. That's all I'm just saying. So yeah, I absolutely love this tool. This tool is one of the dumbest but most useful tools. And yes, that is also printed by Ember Prototypes plate. It is so well thought out. They have spent so much time thinking about this one little tool. Somebody's entire job was likely to make this tool. And whoever it is, when we visit Prague again, I want to shake their hand. I want to take a photo with them because they will win Best Design of the Year. I'm sorry. That is such a good design. It is such a good design. All right, I'm going to stop fanboying over this and we're moving on. All right, so we got to do cable clips and that kind of stoofs. What's it called? I have no idea what the part is actually called. Zoom out again. Hydrate. Oh, hey. Siobhanus Theodore says, hey, man, I'm a kid from Kirkland Ranch Academy of Innovation. That's the school like 3 blocks from where I'm at right now. And they said, and I was wondering about the internship program you talked about with me last year. Did you apply? Because there was only one person that we didn't accept over the summer, and we did not accept them due to scheduling conflicts. But otherwise, we literally accepted every single person that applied to be an intern with us for the summer. So, I don't think that one's on me. Sorry. It's supposed to be a summer internship. I don't know if you want to do one during the school year. That one might be difficult, but yeah. No, boss. Okay. All right, I gotta flip the machine over. I should probably just unwire the rest of this. I feel like I should do that at this point, just to get this board out of the way. Because, like, I'm gonna have to at some point. I don't know. I don't remember seeing that it said that, but knowing me, I can miss the easiest things. So I don't put it past me to miss something that is easy and simple. Okie dokie. Let's get her 180 here. Okay. We need to put in on the underside. Yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to see it. But the underside needs those plastic clips for the LCD screen. So we got to get those done. I hope it comes with new feet. This printer never had feet. So I hope this comes with new feet. When I got it, the printer didn't have feet. So I can always make some. And if I do, I'm going to make them out of green TPU, because we're just going to continue the green theme. But this printer did not have feet when I got it. It's okay. We don't need the feet on the farm. We do use a multi-block isolation system to keep the machines from vibrating the shelf to death. But yeah. Okay. Let's get all this in there. We got to put these were always a little bit tricky. I always got them wrong. I'm going to start from this angle here. I know this is a little tough for you guys to see. I'm sorry. It is also tough for me to see. Oh, that one didn't click. Hello? What the heck? All right, you're not behaving for some reason. Why are you not behaving? Am I just this stupid? Don't answer that question. But am I just that stupid? All right, percussive maintenance. Ha! Wait. No. Dang it, that didn't work. All right, I'm sending you off to the side. Try a different one. Maybe it was just, it was unlucky. It was unlucky. No, what the heck? What? How? Again, I feel so... Oh, this one isn't clicked in either. What the heck? Why do I feel like such an idiot with these? Like, honestly, these clips always make me feel like an idiot. Because they're really tough to click in. All right, so you really got to, yeah, okay. Shvana says, sorry about that. When I had looked on the 3D printed wood block, it didn't have information about online applications. You're supposed to email me. That's what I told everybody to do, was email me. I'm not going to go through the effort of putting up a job posting. We end up getting way too much spam with job postings these days. So I don't bother. I just talk about it on the channel. So, yeah. All right, so you got to press them like they're going to break. That only makes me slightly anxious. All right. That'd be cool if there was a tool for that. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so I got to install one here. And then I got to put a couple up here. Oh, you son of a diddly. Come on. Let me see if I need to... All right, yeah. I'll just do it at this angle. I wonder if there's like a pry point that I can like use the Prusa pliers or something for. Aha! Aha! You can use the Prusa pliers to stick the little tail underneath, and it's so much easier! Oh man, so much easier. All right. It's time to do the LCD. I'm also going to fix this belt, because I'm fairly certain the belt is upside down. Yep. Yeah, the belt is upside down in the tensioner. Or, it's not, well, upside down's not the right, it's not oriented the right direction. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. XLCD. We've got the front piece. I did do the knob black because the old frame here was black and green. But I might keep the old spinner as a, I don't know, little nod of the cap, if you will. So we need those two pieces, this piece. These are probably spares. I don't know. We need the reflector strip, which I may not add. I may not add the reflector strip because the part is semi-translucent. I think these are just spares. Yeah, it comes with a spare. I'm not gonna add the reflector strip immediately because I think it might actually look really cool lighting up the green part. Eventually, I want to redo this on the XL and just have this area right here be like a just a transparent color so the front of the screen lights up. I think that would look super freaking sick. And I like that kind of stuff. Okay. Now it is time for the poll. We have to run a poll. And I'm gonna run a poll. And the viewers get to choose what we do. The viewers get to choose what we do. Oh, wait, that's not... I'm going to do a poll for you guys. Start a poll. Okay. I have started a poll. Should we peel the screen peel? Which is basically me asking, should we be nice to Ashley or not? Really. So are we gonna... 60% say yes! Whose side are you all on? 73% for yes. Ashley says you better. I'm going to peel it and stick it back down just for you, Ashley. Just for you. That's what I'm going to do. 76% says yes. 76% says yes. I tried, Grant. 78% says yes. Peel it, you baby. So, all right, Shane, I don't know if you know the joke, but Ashley gets on me because I don't peel these because I don't like the fingerprints on the screen. It bothers me. So, I mean, at this point, there's really no way the nose can win. We have 25 votes. Yeah, we have over 50% of people voted. So, all right. Fine. Here you go, Ashley. This is just for you. This is just for you, Ashley. There. Do you feel better? Do you feel... Is this good? Do you like this? Is this better? All right. Last time we didn't do it. For the Voron, I was mean, and I peeled half of the panel. Someone clip that. That way I can just have that clip, and I will just tag. I will post it on Twitter. I will tag Ashley, and that is it. I will do nothing else other than post it on Twitter, tag Ashley. Absolutely no other notes associated with it. And there was some tenderness behind that peel. That's correct, Dark Alleyway Studio. We care here. Now, mark your territory and leave a nice figure. But I don't wanna. I really don't wanna. It's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. Wait, that's also M3x10. Oh. Okay. There's 2 sets of M3x10. I'm like, oh crap, did I use something where I shouldn't have? M3x8. Come on down. We need 4 of those. And we need the square nuts, not to be confused with these nuts. It's too easy. The jokes just tell themselves, I swear. I don't know what I'm saying 90% of the time. Okay. And we need the little PE thing. It's the little earth connector. Where are you? Earth connector. You're in here. Except I don't see... Oh, you know, are you... It'd be cool if you were attached. Oh, there you are. Okay. But if I just jiggle you enough, you'll come out. Which is true. It worked. Jiggle it enough, it comes out. I think that's what she said. Anyways, square nuts go in the square holes for the square nuts. Square nuts go in the square holes for the square nuts. We're gonna skip the reflective sticker. I know. We're skipping it because I want to see how it looks without it. We might end up adding it later. Don't yell at me. We peeled it. I glitched for a second. Oh no. Oh yeah. Crap. What the heck's going on? Oh no. What? Why? I should still be live. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a blame spectrum right there. Yeah, go ahead and refresh. That's a blame spectrum if I ever seen one. Is it back? Yeah, it should be back. Am I? Okay. Cool. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks, Spectrum. Love that. Look at that. We lost over half our viewers. Damn it, Bobby. Oh well. Is that like blame Canada? Blame Spectrum! Blame Spectrum! I can't. Yeah. Reflective is not needed. It's nice and bright without it. Yep, we will proceed without the reflectivity. Time to call Elon and see about getting some satellite internet. The issue with satellite internet is latency. And further, it's also way more expensive. All right. Let's start assembling things. Let's get the screen assembled. Okay, that goes like that. And then that falls off because I'm a dingus, apparently. Hello? Why you know go in? You know, I bet if I didn't peel the screen, it would have fit better. No, it has nothing to do with it. Let's see. I'm going to fit it without this part, and I want to just make sure everything fits in the way that it should. Okay. Everything does fit in the way that it should. So what we can do here is we can pop this side up, put this part on, and just kind of... We might need to do some manual trimming here. I don't... Something isn't the right size. So I think the part might have been a little bit too close, and there might be some brim on it still, or like that first layer is a little squished. So we're gonna come in and just clean up the bottom edge. Make sure it's clean all the way through, which it is. Make sure that's all clean, which it is. Okay. Gonna try this one more time. Sorry for the hiccup. Hey, nothing I can do about it, kids. Tell your friends I'm still alive or something. I don't know. Is this the right side? No. It was this side. All right. Required a little bit of persuasion. Oh, there's a fingerprint on the screen. Dang it, Bobby! Whoa! Dang. I was trying to do this without getting a fingerprint on the screen, and then the first thing I was going to do before I power it on was put a big, giant fingerprint right on the screen. Because that would have been funny. Okay. Too bad. We can get this one rolling. Then we got to install the PE connector. Fairly certain just stands for powered earth, but I could be wrong. Now Grant Mark just... Yeah. So our chance to get filament just like doubled. I mean, I guess so, yeah. That's fair. Wait, what? Ignoring the fact you're be giving the chief twit. What are you talking about? Oh. You're saying that I'd be supporting Elon. Got it. I have a feeling that these screws are going to be a little bit tough to put in, so I'm going to use my my electric screwdriver for this. There it goes. There we go. Yeah, since it's all PLA and it's printed really hot, I printed the PLA incredibly hot, deliberately. This was on purpose, so that it would be shinier and more translucent. It is absolutely going to have a PE's protected earth. And yes, this is a touchscreen. The Mark IV, Mark IVS, XL, all of that, those are all touchscreens. Even though they weren't originally, well, they were touchscreens, they just weren't activated as touchscreens. So, literally a free upgrade. And I agree with Ashley. I tried the touchscreen. I didn't like it, so I just used the knob. Same. I don't like it. And I don't like it primarily because I am used to the old way, and damn it, I don't like that kind of change. There it goes. Come on, little screwdriver. It's the little screwdriver that could over here, I'm telling you. All right, I'll torque it down with this. Screwdriver probably needs to get charged at this point. But yeah, this is it's an earth bonding connection for the screen. I assume it has to do with making the touchscreen functional. Just give it a little tap. Tappy tap tap. All right. Let's see. We got a couple of other screws. Okay, you can put these in. Get those two pushed in. Same deal, since we're just going into plastic, we're going to cheat. We're going to use I'm putting heavy quotes around power tool because it's just an electric screwdriver and it's a cheap chintzy one. It's not even like a nice one. Because I don't feel like messing around until the threads grab by hand. So I will absolutely torque them down by hand. No big deal about that. But there are certain times where, okay, having the right tools is nice. Okay. Beautiful. That's going to look sick. On the front, it's gonna look super sick. Why is that bent? What the hell's going on? I don't know. Almost looks like it's high in the center. I don't know. All right, the bouton. The bouton is there. Beautiful. Now we got cables. Oh, it didn't tell me to put the bouton on. I'll take the bouton off. All right. We need to get the cables. We have all of these cables. We have these cables. We need these sets of cables, right? Or no, we need the PE cable, the LCD cable. We need some bolts and washers. Let me see. M3x10 by 4. Okay. M3x6 by 1 of those. And then we gotta find some washers. There they are. Need 1 washer. Hello? Yep. There we go. Now it's time just to start routing cables and crap. Sweet. Yep. Time to start mounting the screen. Nice. And this is a 3.5, so I don't have the S. How sweaty is this hat getting? I bet this hat's getting pretty sweaty. Oh well. All right. Yeah, it's a 3.5. So 3.5S, a completely different board? I don't know if it is. It probably is. Yeah. Okay, we got our screen cable on. And did I get that orientation right? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, it should have. And then this will go on to here. That was a tight fit on the Mark IV too. Very tight fit for that. Okay, attaching the knob. Oh yeah, there's the knob. Couple of fingerprints on the screen. All right, so we need to get we wanted an M3x6. Ah, okay, that's why I wanted it. All right, that is for later on down the road. We now have to get this fed underneath the printer. Just forget, go under there. Figure yourself out. You're fine. We got to feed 4 screws through, and then we can attach the screen. I'm a little bit worried that the screen will be the lowest part of this, but I don't have confirmation on that yet. I am a little bit worried. Not the easiest one to do, but I kind of expected that. This is, again, kind of one of those, like, it's a tough area. There's no good way to get access to it. Kind of just blindly feeling around until you find the hole, if you will. Did any of these get lined up? No, none of them did. Ah, that's why. The actual square nuts didn't get aligned. Okay. Now they'll work. Now they'll work perfectly the first try. First try every time. If I clap, the editors edit it out. You know, that's how live streams work too, right? It's not how live streams work. You all have been on streams where I've done that, right? Where I've clapped during streams. It's because I was filming right before I went live. And so I'm still in filming mode where I screw up and I clap. It's just funny. Okay. Ow. Okay. All right. That's done. Now it's time to get the screw down. Well, yeah, I got to get over to there. So I'm going to tilt it power supply side. It's not as easy to do it this way with the cable management, but that's okay. That's okay. This cable management solution is the definition of way more better than the previous cable management solutions, especially from the Mark III. This is so much better. So yes, much more better is a technical term. Technical term. Okay. Apparently Orca Slicer now supports the XL. That's kind of cool. I can dig it. All right. We got to get the PE cable there. Again, I really just want to remove these cables so they're not just freaking hanging. It's kind of silly, honestly. That can just get laid through there. This has to come up. We do a washer, a bolt, the protected earth cable, and that gets tightened down. There we go. Okay. Beauty. And this will just go somewhere else, I guess, probably. All right, so I am fairly certain that I have a silver PSU. Well, I'm fairly certain that I have a black PSU kit. Right? Let's say. It doesn't. So I assume I have a black PSU upgrade kit. But I actually have a silver PSU. So we are now going to find out the differences between the two by taking a look at the power supply. We will make adjustments as we need. If we, I'm told it's just the power panic, according to Reddit. And that's fine. I don't really care about the power panic. It's not that big of a deal to me because we have enough battery here that it's not that big of a problem. No. So let's where the frig I always forget how to take these ones apart, man. These are just so different from... I'm gonna pull this off, I guess. I'm gonna go down to the silver PSU and see what it says. There's different stuff for the silver PSU. There's a nut. All right. We're gonna have to get access to the silver PSU, I think. Sorry, yeah. There is. So there's a custom cable for the power panic. I am currently debating if I care. I don't think I do. I know I don't have it. I'm not gonna worry about it. So there should be an extra PE cable. There's a couple of things in here that I'm missing. That is 100% my fault, to be clear. I never looked at this machine to say, oh yeah, it's a silver PE. It's fine. So for my use case, I don't care about power panic. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to worry about it. So we will move forward and trek ever along, as one does. Where are those slotted T-nut things? They're here somewhere. I used them before, and then I put them away. I can also make most of the cables, I think. Where the heck did those... It had 2 spares, I think. Part of the reason why I say be more organized than me. I'm incredibly disorganized. Often, precisely when I need to be organized, I end up losing my organization. Ah. Well, I found one. Whatever. Good enough. All right. I'm just going to go in. And so we'll install this for right now. It actually has you mess with it. So I got that in. Exact position, that doesn't matter. Yeah, it's got that bonding strap. And it just wants you to connect somewhere on the PSU. Okay. Up to you guys. I can grab some stuff and make it myself. Hey, bearded printer with the $5. Thank you. Appreciate it. You can remove all the INC board cables since you're not using that board anymore. Okay. I will get all that stuff off because I don't want to get in the way. Shane says I can do it. Hopefully all the color codes of what is still on this machine. So this is the original power panic, and I guess it needs a ground of sorts. I guess that makes sense. The power panic is going to look for that floating ground. And when that ground starts to go to 0, it can get angry and say, nope, But yeah, I'm on such a large like we ran for 2.5 hours or 2 hours last night on full battery without a single problem. Like we had 6 or 7 printers going on the farm. Y'all are saying you're on like 3.11. I'm not telling you what firmware I'm on. I don't know what firmware this machine is on. I can tell you it's not new. Okay. And this is the bed wiring, so we don't need that no more. I might steal the cable thing, because this one still has like the Mark II style cable chain. Yeah, I don't do what I do. We have so many that updating them proper sucks. I was gonna say that I can make the cable that I need, but there are some printers in the way and I cannot get to my shelf with my wire. Do I have wire that is accessible and got crappy terminals? There's some junk crappy terminals, and that will technically be fine. Let me see what I can do here. We're gonna see if your boy can get over there, and I'll can I do it? I don't know if I can. I also gotta have eyes on the wire, or I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, no, if you don't know what you're going after, then it's a wild goose chase. And I've been known to chase some gooses in my day. I try not to, and I think that that's a key point. Is I try not to waste time if I don't have to. It happens. Oftentimes it is unavoidable, but I do try my best. Ooh, I can barely squeeze by. All right, well, we gotta go goose hunting, I guess. We gotta look for... Oh, come on. This is my garage. How do I not have just spools of wire? Reflectors for lights? I got them. Extra softbox? I got them. Where are my friggin' wire spools, man? This is the wire spool shelf. Why is there a bunch of garbage up here? Not my dang wire spools. Well, okay. So that tells me that this... Ow! Jeez, that hurt. Hey, who knew being barefoot in a garage would be not the smartest move in my life. Is there anything down here? Let's find out. Oh. A bunch of crap. That's stuff I don't need. For this, at least. I need it, just not for this. Okay, I don't have it. I thought I did, but I clearly don't. So we're gonna move forward, and we're just gonna ignore power panic, because it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get some water. Ow, hurt my foot. I'm gonna get some water, and let's give away spool filament. If all I need to do is connect a case ground to there, it's probably not that difficult. Like, that's probably within my abilities. But yeah, let's give away a spool of filament. How's our internet looking? Looking okay. 26 responses, that's it? All right. Hey, y'all don't want free filament. That's... ain't on me. Okay, today's the 18th, right? I think. Yeah, Today's the 18th. See. Let's give away some filament. A? Oh, A. There it is. A. B. Couple shuffles. All right, let's do it. You make sure they did the math. They did. I have not seen them in the chat, though. I think it's Cybertech, but it's XYBER Tech, T-E-C-H. If you're in the chat, you win a roll of filament. If you don't, you get nothing. Sorry. Them's the rules. The rules are the rules and the facts are the facts. So if you're in the chat, congrats. If you're not, too bad. Oakley dokley. Hey, they're there. Let's go. All right, shoot me a Discord DM or Twitter DM. We'll get you that filament. I never did actually close entries, so the entries are back open. Okay. This is all still the same. Yeah, that's fine. Hasn't hurt the printer yet, so I ain't bothering with it. We will need to redo the zip ties for the cable management for this cable. This cable's way longer than it. All right, it's a stupid question. Hey, Shane. It's a dumb question. Why can't this cable just attach to the power supply? Why does there have to be an intermediary cable? This appears long enough. Why can't this just attach directly to the power supply? I know this could be a stupid question, and there might be a really stupid answer. But I'm gonna check. I'm fairly certain it's long enough. Now I'm gonna check, because now it's gonna bother me. I bet you I can do it. Yeah. It's not. Oh, okay, it's 11:25. It's not the connection. Like, it's not. I'm going to check something. If this goes into metal, which it totally does, I can feel it. Because not all people belong digging into power supply and collision connected. Well, no, so the silver power supply has a thing that it fits into, right? So it's got a plastic thing that it fits into. There are metal screws that go into that. So in my head, I don't see a reason, if I'm just connecting it to a frame point and then another strap from the power supply to the frame point, why wouldn't I just connect it to the power? I'm going to connect it to the... I'm just going to do it. Well, otherwise, if I don't do it, Power Panic's going to fail. I'm not certain. It's just Power Panic. It shouldn't be an issue. The biggest concern that we have is routing that with the bed. Can do that. That will probably be fine. All right. Don't do what I'm doing. We're going to connect it just to make... Oh, is that Yeah, that's the... Oh, and the screw's too big. Dang. All right. I'm going to leave it. Dang. I thought I had a solution. I could go this lower one, but I don't think the lower one goes into metal. I thought I had a solution. It appears that I'm wrong. Is my foot bleeding? Oh, crap. My foot's bleeding. Hold on. Dang it. Reset the clock. I'm like, it feels wet. Yeah. How bad's that cut? Ew. That's... Wait, where... Oh, yeah, there's blood all over my foot. There, the Magneto X is on the floor right now, and I kicked the side of the Magneto X as I was looking for wire, and I didn't realize I cut my foot open. Well, it wouldn't be one of these streams if I didn't bleed, right? Like, no shoes in the shop. Yeah, so there's a story for that. Oh, and I'm probably like blowing out the mic. There are no shoes in this shop right now. So, for those that don't know, I have a bad back. And I have nerve impingement, which means I can't feel my legs very well. Good thing we don't have employees. OSHA doesn't matter here. So I can't feel my legs very well. Specifically, I can't feel down to my feet very well. About 30% in my left leg and about 70% in my right leg. So I got one leg between the two. And so when I'm out here in the shop, if I have to stand a lot, I go barefoot because it means that I can feel the ground better and I don't hurt myself. But it also means that I'm more susceptible to hurting myself. So this is one of those injuries that totally earned it. It is what it is. Just had to wipe up the blood. We're fine. We're moving forward. Don't worry about it. I just like, it feels like it stings a little bit. Lo and behold, I'm bleeding. Would it really be one of my streams if I didn't somehow cut myself and get bloody? You know? I don't hurt myself intentionally. Okay? It just happens. Okay? I swear I am fine. I am mentally stable for the most part. At least that level of mental stability, I am good. This was not on purpose. It was an accident. Don't call people. I'm fine. But, you know. Typical catch-22. Yeah. 'Tis but a flesh wound, John Olson. That's right. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Alright, time to get back to cable management. Most of these are actually managed pretty well, so good job, previous owner. However, I need to add in this PE cable, so I'm going to add that in right now. Got to get a few more. Bit of a bummer that there's not a tool for this one, too. Cable management is always the worst part on printers, man, I tell you. I am not going to zip these zip ties yet. My goal here is to do the zip tie stuff last. With cable management, at least. Because chances are, I'm going to screw something up. If it's not obvious, I am not perfect. I have many flaws. And, yeah. I make mistakes just like everybody else does. So. That's guided. How else do you do it? Just like you do it regularly. There's that. Goes in. I know you can't see it, and I'm very sorry. I wish it was easier to show this to you guys. It's just not. My apologies. Again, this is part of why it takes longer for content creators to do stuff than it might for you at home. For us to put stuff on camera, it is way harder than you think it is. We have to be conscious of where the angles of everything are. Okay, done. I guess I will zip them just a little bit. I'm not going to tighten them, but enough so that they don't come undone. But at the same time, they also don't come out, if that makes sense. Okay. Sweet. That is done. Y-axis is in. Now I need that fancy cable, which we don't have. So this is the one cable that I don't have. There's a, so the power panic is that. And I don't think, this doesn't fit, does it? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, so, okay. I need to get that little cable and the parts for it. That is no big deal. No big deal at all. We'll make it work. I am guessing that I just reuse the PSU cables. I'm fairly certain I do. It didn't say to replace them. Bleeding pretty bad. I got JB Weld. We can fix it with that. Don't JB Weld your skin. Yeah, I don't think that hurts. Yeah, you don't replace. Unless I'm dumb. Yeah, you don't. You reuse the same cables. Okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Makes life a little bit easier. Not going to complain. All right. Dang it. My internet's screwing up again. Jesus. Just going to set all those up there. Yes, YouTube, I know you're having buffering issues. I can't do anything about it. What the hell? Give me just a second, guys. Wi-Fi is off on this computer. What the heck? I need to see if we're uploading something. Give me just a second so I can cancel any uploads we're doing. It looks like the internet feels like we're uploading something. Well, I can't even load YouTube Studio. That's how bad it is. Terribly sorry, y'all. I am doing my best here. Doing my best. I'm just making sure we're not uploading anything. And hey, while I'm doing that, make sure if you're not, you know, hey, help us out. No, we're not uploading. Is anybody on Parsec? My God, I need to get a screenshot of this. Is there a football game going on or something? I have Parsec on my phone. I might be able to check that. No, I don't. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go check to make sure no one's trying to edit anything. What the? Why is the? Oh yeah, it's the same in here. No, nobody's editing. Literally, my internet is just that crappy right now. Holy crap. Okay. All right, there's nothing I can do. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to keep running through it. But, he is editing. Literally my... So... I'll leave the door open, so maybe the Wi-Fi's work better. But the Wi-Fi's off. So I'm sorry. I'm doing what I can. There's not much I can do about it. And I'm terribly sorry. This one is not on me. Everything on my network is screwing up. Oh yeah, you just saw the yeah, here, I'll show you. Yeah, check that out. Amber made that. This is it's a rug. She got into rug tufting. So she made a Victoria rug, which is super cool. I really like it. Yeah. That's a thing. All right, well, I'm gonna have to work through it. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I have no internet right now. Like 0 kilobit per second. You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna take a picture of this and I'm gonna tweet it real quick. It looks like it's stabilizing, but yeah, you guys want to see something crazy? Here you go. If you know about internet latency, look at that. Just rough. Yeah, it looks like we're stable again. It is out of my control, but it means people leave and I'm less effective at doing my job. So, anyways, I'm going to keep rolling. I'm sorry for those that are trying to follow along that are upset about this. It is well outside of my control. If you're new here, you don't know. It's an ongoing problem. All right, so it looks like we can... Geek Toy Box, I got why can't I remove that? What the what's going on? All right, I can't touch it. Okay. Oh, there it goes. I can't afford Starlink. Starlink is way too expensive. Go live on a cell phone might be better. I'm sorry, guys. I am literally doing my best. All right, I'm going to keep rolling. I could call the area manager on his personal cell phone if you want, but I'm so done. I'm so done with this stuff. I really am. As soon as we're done streaming, I'll call Spectrum. But you'd think for $80+ a month that you could get reliable internet service, but well, I guess not. Oh, I have to put these back on. So thankfully, power and heat bed are the exact same cable on the power supply, so that does make life a little bit easier. I do, however, oh, I could cut cables. No, Grant, stop it. Don't cut cables. Don't. People don't like that. Don't cut cables. You could cut cables and fix it. I know that you could, but you don't do this stuff live. It's not appropriate. Don't cut cables live. Not purposefully, at least. What am I struggling with here? The screws. The screws for that. Do I need to reuse the old screws? I don't know, do I? No? Yeah, power terminal screws, they're there. I don't. Let's go. Okay, we've got the 4. Ooh, I have to assume that this was wired correctly too. I didn't check that. I didn't check if this thing was wired correctly or not. Oh my god. Dude, this is not acceptable levels of internet. Wow. Well, I gotta keep going. And of course, I wasn't recording this. I said, oh, my internet's been stable lately. I don't need to record this. Lo and behold, I needed to record it. The real question is, was this printer wired correctly when it was first built? Knowing who built it, I have to assume yes. But I'm not certain if it was. So, here's hoping, because if not, we're about to replace some fuses. Nope, Grant, that's... Oh, wait. No, that's right. Okay, that's right. Oh, I did it backwards. Oh, hey, the screwdriver's mildly magnetic. That's a plus. I'll take it. Like, it is so unwatchable. Like, I'm still getting ping times in the half a second plus. I'm now at 3-second ping times. And like trying to work through it means you're going to miss stuff. I'll do my best, but hopefully the packets figure out their way to YouTube. No, it's a sponsored stream. Well, looks like we're stable again. Absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, I'm typing a tweet to Spectrum because at this point I'm just pissed. There. Nah, Stream Beats is... It's really not... I'm only pushing 4.8 to 5 kilobits per second. Like, I'm not even pushing a lot of data. It looks like it's stable now. So, we'll keep going. I don't know if I'm going to remember to cut this part out of the stream or if YouTube's going to let me, but I'll do my best to remember it. All right, I got to add... Power Panic's just going to hang out there. I have to add these adapter cables, which are kind of cool. It's nice that Prusa provides all that. So these are adapter cables that go from the old style connectors that were used on the INC Rambo to the new style connectors, which that's so nice to have. I hope the cat doesn't come out here either. That's something I don't want to have happen. How to figure out which way that cable goes in, figure out where each of those actually go. Stand up for a bit right now. Got to make sure I'm not out of frame. I'm out of frame a little bit. There we go. Is it working? I might need to... Looks like we're working again. All right. Everything's connected. So ZZY, all right, let's get those connected in. That's a Z. And I guess it doesn't technically matter what Z goes where. ZZ, bam, bam, And then Zivai. Y is gonna be this one, right? Yep. It's easy Y. Beautiful. Okay, and they, according to the instructions, the cable should come down and around, I guess. Kind of just stuff it in there, it seems. There's a lot of excess cables, so that it's going to be a little bit messy, but we'll figure it out for right now. Yeah, it wants you to put them kind of up there like that, according to the instructions. And we got to leave enough to plug in that connector, which we'll figure it out later. All right, time to connect the XLCD. Of course it goes in the difficult way. That's all right. This new screen is totally worth the extra effort in my personal opinion. So okay, beauty. Oh, okay. You want me to tie these zip ties down? Alrighty dighty. Candidly do. Ned Flanders. Alright, we'll get these tightened down, I guess. So feeding it through once the tool is gone is actually kind of tough. This is very much a wiggle and hope process. I swear these analogies are not deliberately adult, but it just kind of ends up that way. Do not over tighten the zip ties. Well, I'm gonna try not to, but I would argue it is very easy to over tighten them. Okay, beauty. I like that. We'll leave that pigtail long for right now. Now time to do the second one. Again, it's a little tight because it is just bent sheet metal, so you're kind of working with the bent sheet metal to work for what you need. But that's all right. There we go. Okay, beauty. We're good to go. It says Haribo time, but we are not. We are not having our Haribo brick. Is it just those two that we needed to do? I guess so. See ya, Ashley. Thanks for coming out. Sorry for all the internet problems, peeps. It's not my intention. Looks like we're stable again. But good Lord have mercy. I'm going to get these cables kind of recentered. They're not making me happy right now. I need them to be happy. I'm pissed off about stuff, so I want to feel good about getting cables right. So I got those right. I feel better about it. Okay. All right, yep, I got to remove the heat bed thermistor and put the new one on. Very cool. Very cool that it's a completely new heat bed thermistor. So let's get this kind of put over there. How's our epoxy doing? It ain't perfect, but good enough. Still sticks like a hot damn, so it's really all that matters, I guess. Sweet. Okay. It's time. Screwed that up. It's time for the new thermistor. Got to get that figured out. It's a completely new thermistor, which kind of worries me. I'm going to be honest, because this is the most common failure on the Mark III, the bed thermistor. And I have so many of these glass bead thermistors sitting around. And this is totally different. And so I'm a little bit worried that I now have to stock a new part. It is what it is, but it's a bit of a bummer, I guess. Because, yeah, I just bought raw glass bead thermistors and would just do it myself. Which side goes down? It doesn't exactly say, does it? You've removed the thermistor and the tape. Clean the entire board to remove any grease. It's fine. You can leave glue under the aluminum tape. Yeah, I didn't do that. Take, no. Only in the center of the thermistor. Okay, so that it goes like that. What I can tell, that's the way it goes. Okay. Get the sticker. It is aluminum tape. I have a whole roll of aluminum tape on the table, so if I need more, I can get it. Not too worried about the aluminum tape. I'm just going to place that like that. Okay. Good enough for government work. No, it's not. I did it wrong. Up you go. Needs to go this way. Stupid. Needs to go this way. Stupid. Had the build plate upside down. All right. Good enough. That'll be fine. I ain't going nowhere. Remember, that ain't going nowhere. Okay, now we can do the Kapton, which historically I've never done. But, whatever. We'll do it. Is chat still working? I don't think chat's working. Let me see. Or there's just nobody here. It's one of the two things. Nope. No one was responding. Okay. Bummeroonskis. Okay. That goes back to the thing. Oh. Alright, there it goes. Okay. Whatever. Things are just broken on my end. Don't worry about it. Okay. All is good enough. Time for some Kapton. I never redo the Kapton, personally. I know you're supposed to, and I know I'm going to catch heat for it, but I never redo the Kapton when I redo bed thermistors. I always just leave it, because this is normally just fine, but And because, like, Kapton is expensive and difficult to get, at least for me, here in the States. You just verify. Yeah, I'm not exactly following the instructions, but whatever, it's good enough. Okay. That's not gonna be perfect. Just rip off the Band-Aid and just stick it down. Just rip off the Band-Aid and stick it down at this point. Okay. Cool, cool. All right, I got to get the new heat bed cables, which appear to be here. Yep. It's the new heat bed cables. Don't even need the Wi-Fi. I'm not likely even installing it. It's not going to do anything for me. The Wi-Fi's. All right, we need M3x10. How many of those? Where are my M3x10s? Had an open bag M3x10. Did I move it? Probably. Is it my fault? Absolutely. That's 8. Oh, there's 10s right there. Just completely and utterly just incompetence, man. Incompetence today, I tell you. It is not my day today. Every time we have an internet problem, it always throws me off my game. Because it really, really upsets me. Like, it really upsets me. It shouldn't, because it's completely out of my control. But it does. And I'm sorry. I don't like that it affects me, but it does. Because, you know, this is my job. And if I'm unable to do my job correctly, what is there left for me? That is a little corroded. Not gonna lie. Not gonna worry about it. VCC is positive. Amazon for Kapton. I don't have any in stock, and it was always more than I wanted to pay, if I remember correctly, but my memory could be absolute crap. So okay, we got those 2 in. Do we just go ahead and do the bulb? We do. Black is ground. And VCC is not ground. I'm surprised that we're replacing the bed cables. I'm guessing they're a different length, I guess. I don't really know, to be honest with you. It just feels kind of odd to also be replacing them. I'm gonna cheat again, and I'm gonna use oh, that's stainless. It's stainless. It doesn't that's funny. And you know your electric screwdriver has absolutely no torque. when it struggles to torque down. Thing. God, my the whole mind is cactus right now. I am frustrated about my internet and not knowing what to do about it. Yeah. I think these are them. These are them. My foot hurts too. Screw pulling technique, no problem. Done that literally a Brazilian times. Okay. Is my first layer any good? Guess we find out, right? I'm gonna use the bolt pulling technique. Looks like that first layer is a little close. But whatever. We'll get it sorted. All right, let's use that pulling technique, which is just to use another screw to seat the hex nut. So could have had some effect. Those first couple layers don't look great. Now, I will say the ultimate thing for this is to have the machine that you are upgrading print its own replacement parts, which is what we would normally do. However, if you missed the beginning of this, this machine was used to fix somebody else's about a couple of months, maybe a year ago. And knowing that the 3.5 kit was coming out, I opted not the LCD screen, which is what broke on it. So, yeah. All right, I gotta do this again 2 more times. Mallet says, if I were Prusa, I would make users replace the cables, even if not needed. Cables are cheap, bamboo-like bed cable, failure, bad for PR. He's got a point. He's got a real valid point. That's probably the most valid point that I've heard for this ever. Mind you, it's not going to stop me from complaining, to be clear. Oh, look, I'm dropping frames again. It's not going to stop me from complaining. But still. Certainly this is better than a fire hazard. 100% agree. Dude, I have no internet right now. What the hell? I don't know what to do. I feel like I should end the stream.